What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing out there this evening, Wednesday, October the 19th? Welcome to another edition of Real Talk for Real Men. I am your host, Lee Black. Glad to be here with you. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic week like I am. Anytime I get to hump day, this is one of the best parts of my week because I know I got the rest of this week. I got that bitch on the run. With that said, I hope you enjoy the show. We got something special planned for you tonight. If this is your first time tuning in, we are part of the TFG platform of shows. And I got a special guest I'm going to bring on here in a second. But first, let me bring on my co-host. This is Miss Tasha in the M-Town. What's going on, baby girl?
What's going on, Black? How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good today. How about yourself?
I'm good. Just got done arguing, so I feel like my blood's all
Oh,
running
shit.
and everything.
Oh, shit. You gonna be in red form. She already revved up, y'all. And you gonna know in a minute why this is gonna be important. I got today's show. The men are gonna be put on the block. And guess what? When I say TFG, if you don't know what this is all about, it is the new movement that's taking over social media. I got Mr. Barry Gordy on himself on the show with us, Mr. Lamb, Mr. TFG TV himself. What's going on, brother?
Not much is hanging.
Yes, sir. Look, we are blessed with your presence. Appreciate you for coming on tonight. I already know everything else gonna be a plus. Mr. TFG is here himself, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a second because I got my brother from Texas waiting in the wings, Mr. Kenny. What's going on, brother Kenny?
What's up, my fam? What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to see you, my brother. How you doing this Wednesday?
Man, waiting for this weather to warm back up. I don't too much like these 35, 40-degree mornings. Nah, I ain't working with that.
I love it. Maybe that's why my energy is so high. I love
Mine
it.
too.
I love it.
Oh, maybe. Oh, okay. There you go. Mine ain't. But okay, we're gonna get
stay
there.
cold though. It needs to stay there.
No,
I
sir.
agree.
No,
I agree.
No, thank you.
Cold weather keeps crime down and keeps niggas in the house. So cold weather, keep it coming.
Yeah.
Well,
and I got my brother from North Carolina, Mr. Burt. What's going on, Mr. Poston?
You already on one.
I'm already, partner. I'm here. Come on aboard. I'm already here.
What's up, people?
Good to see you, my brother. Good to have you. How you doing tonight?
What up, Bert?
Getting past hump day, so it's downhill after this.
Fantastic. Mm-hmm. Well, look, we're going to get to it because we don't want to waste valuable time. Tonight's topic, in case you didn't know, is we are on the couch with Tasha.
Yeah.
Oh.
The men exclusively are put on the couch. Tasha is going to be asking questions. Let me be clear. So let's set the stage here. This show is never about putting anybody in an embarrassing spot, making you feel. That's not what we do here. In Real Talk, we've always lived up to a model of we can agree to disagree without being disagreeable. With that said, we welcome your honest, open opinion. It's yours. Share it. Even the questions she's going to ask, I have no idea, but I can tell you I've gotten a sampling initially when we thought this up. It's going to range from simple shit to complex shit to things about women. It's really about, she wanted to know what we think as men about various topics. What you guys are really in for is an exclusivity of the conversation she and I have anyway. We do this all the time where she just asks me just shit out the blue and it is what it is. The fact that she's already been arguing with somebody, she's locked, she's loaded, she's going to be ready, but I want you to be your authentic selves. And the invitation is out here for any of the men that want to come on. Don't be scared. We're not going to hurt you here. But before I kick things off with Tasha with the first question, I want to make sure that you understand that man sitting right there in the middle, who that is. This show, amongst other shows, we are part of the TFG TV platform of shows where if you whatever content you want to think of, we got it. And so I want to hand it over to Mr. TFG himself just for a moment as I show you his appreciation for coming on this show. And what do you got to say to us, Mr. Lamar?
Well, you know, I'm shy. I'm a man of few words. You know?
Yeah.
Whatever.
They ain't seen my show. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm happy to be out here, man. I love this freaking show. This show is, I feel like it's the closest to the type of shows that I like to do. You know what I'm saying? Talk about whatever, uninhibited, uncut. I love it. So I'm excited to be here. I watch y'all every week. So I'm excited to be part of the panel. I'm a little nervous. I get a little rowdy and rambunctious on my shows. I say a few things I ain't supposed to say. But
I've seen you, so you ain't got nothing to worry about on here. I promise.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
The host, I want to ask the host, do I have free will to speak the way I do on my shows, or do I need to tone myself down a little bit? I want to follow your rules of the house.
Be your authentic self. And if there's something you don't want to say, just say, I plead the fifth, okay? I don't want to get nobody in any trouble or nothing. Just say, I plead the fifth.
Well, I'm single. I ain't worried about getting in trouble.
There you go.
Okay. Well, in case you had, like, it's complicated off to the side, you know?
We're not going to press. We're not going to press.
And please, Lamar, hit us with the Lamarisms. If y'all haven't watched Lamar's show, he has some jargon. He has some words. He has some phrases that he needs to get some shirts made of. So just hit us with the Lamarisms.
That's why I'm blessed to have him on here. I see we got Candace from the
What's
Candy
up?
Shop watching.
What's up, family? What's up, Candace?
And thank you, Candace, for popping in, sweetheart. Shout out to your show. And if you ladies out there watching, and I hope you are, this doesn't mean we don't want your input. We want to hear your input. Call, write, whatever. Pop in to visit. If you think we on some bullshit, call us out. Ain't nobody on this panel scared. And we get ready to set this thing off as we do it. Mr. Joseph, welcome to the show, my brother. The link is out there. We miss you. You're welcome to come on tonight. All you got to do is say the word. So come check us out already. But let's get this thing popping. And I'm going to say the last time, I have no idea what she's going to ask.
Well, I'm nervous.
And so, Tasha, on the couch with Tasha, take us away.
Yes, come to the couch. Okay. It'll be, I'll go easy this first time. Okay. All right. Okay. I just want to get your minds open. I want to just get your idea on the first question. Which is better? I miss you sex? I'm sorry sex? We not supposed to do this sex? Or drunk sex?
Give them to us one more time, slow, because I got to contemplate this.
Which is better? I miss you sex? I'm sorry sex? We not supposed to do this sex? Or drunk sex?
Jenny from the block of the Bronx. What's going on, baby?
What's up? What's up, Jenny?
Hear your comments tonight, Jenny, on this one. You know what? While you fellas think, I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first. For me, at this stage of my life, it is we not supposed to do this sex, and that's because the I'm sorry part and miss you part sex would be if I was in a relationship with somebody. For me, that would be relative. Since I'm by myself and I don't even jack off, so pretty much I'm starving for pussy at this point. So for me, when I do get a shot of pussy every now and then, it for me is, you know what? See, y'all laughing at me already, but I'm being so completely honest. We're not supposed to be doing this because part of it is wondering, she really giving me some pussy? And then it's usually somebody ain't supposed to be fucking anyway. So that's what it is for me.
So stupid.
I co-sign that one. Mine is definitely we not supposed to be doing this. It's like ain't nothing like having a little situation on the job or you ain't supposed to be touching. But you meet around the corner somewhere doing a little touchy feely hand action. Then lead to the house or lead to the closet. You never know. So I would say that one for sure.
Brother Lamar, would people be surprised at how much sexual shit goes on in an office environment?
Absolutely. There's a whole lot that goes on.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Risky. It is risky, but it
Fun
happens.
of it.
And Candace, you know what happens.
That's what makes it fun.
It's exactly. Bert or Kenny, which for you?
Me, it's drunk sex.
Your voice is a little low. We want to hear every word.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you gotta speak.
Uh-huh.
You project so we can.
All right.
It's a little muffled or something.
It's drunk sex.
Okay.
Ooh.
Why? I'm curious.
Because like there's no boundaries you won't cross. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, with me, it's not sloppy. It's just that we just going at it, and listen, we live all inhibitions at the door. We just going at it.
Okay. Candace says it sounds muffled.
Mm-hmm.
We can hear you. Candace say it sounds muffled, and I don't want anybody to miss what you're saying. What's the? How did y'all hook up with?
Sex. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
we can definitely hear you better.
You come closer. Yeah.
Yeah, when you speak up here so we can hear you.
Yeah, for me, it's drunk sex. I love drunk sex. Did you hear my explanation, Tasha? Yeah, so if Candace didn't hear me, it's just the fact that, you know what I mean, like there's no inhibition, you're just going at it. You know what I mean? It's just I like drunk sex. That's just my thing. You know what I mean? It's not to me, I'm not a sloppy drunk or anything like that, but I think it just loosens you up a little bit more, and you know what I mean, you get to do a little bit more, in my own opinion. So I like drunk sex.
I love your explanation, and that's spoken like a man that's in good physical shape. You know, your age shocked the shit out of me, first of all, because you look like you're about 32. And when you told me your age, but that's spoken like a man, drunk sex, who's in good shape. Because when you're a fat diabetic and you have a little too many drinks, your dick ain't even gonna work. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, that's eliminated. But that's just me.
We're gonna work on that, though. We're gonna work on that, Black.
Partner, I need your help. Brother Kenny, take us home. Which one for you?
I'm rocking with Brother Bert. It was a toss up between for me. I Miss You and drunk, and when I say drunk, not sloppy drunk.
Right.
It's when you at that place where you really feeling good, and then I've had quite a few of those when I've been there, and it's been some furniture moving and some chandeliers shaking, and so I would say drunk sex.
Transpirings.
I see. Here we go.
Bravo.
Transpirings, brother Lamar. You right. Transpirings.
I love it. That's the word of the night. Tasha, what you got for us next?
So the next one should be pretty easy, pretty quick. Just a scenario. Fuck, marry, kill. Okay. All right. So just go ahead, keep that in your mind. So you have the three people are Viola Davis, Whoopi Goldberg, and Loretta Devine.
Oh my
God! Can we have some more selections? Is there another?
Nope.
Is there another list? Yes.
Nope. I'm just curious to see, you know, like where your mindsets are and who picks who.
Loretta
Viola
Devine.
Davis, Whoopi.
I can rip the Band-Aid off.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill Loretta because that voice is driving me bananas.
Damn.
Whoopi got the most money, so we're gonna get married. I ain't gotta touch her. The woman ain't gotta touch her because it's married. I ain't gotta look at you either. And I'm gonna have to fuck Viola because she got in shape for that movie she just did. So she might be able to throw that thing a little bit. I ain't gotta look at her face either. I turn her around and press her face into the pillow and go to town.
Yeah, hey, I'm pretty much what Brother Lamar said. Definitely, effing Viola. I'm killing Whoopi. And what was the other one?
Loretta Devine.
Loretta Devine, yeah. Viola and Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, whatever, Loretta. So yeah, I'm with that.
You're no worse than these.
Bert, what you got on this one?
I'm pleading a fifth.
I don't even want to talk about him. I don't even talk about him.
I'm newly married, bro.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. For me, I'm killing I'm killing Whoopi. I know she got the most money, and I love her as an actress, but I'm sorry. I'm marrying Loretta.
Okay.
And I'm
Why?
fucking Viola. Viola for the reason you said, body wise, clearly she got the best body, but at the same time, that body is a little too manly, way she built it up, which is why I'm marrying, Loretta Devine. Loretta Devine, it seems like a good wifely kind of person, and her voice don't bother me, and I quietly think she got some good pussy for the long term.
Oh my God.
I do.
you quietly think she does.
You know how those. Look, we all know those women who their clothes don't do them justice, but they good in bed. Loretta Devine seemed like out of all three of them that she probably got some. I just think she probably got some good stuff.
Okay. I just can see her wearing slips and girdles, bro. That's all I can see.
Evidently.
It's funny you say that. That's good old fashioned pussy. The slips and girdles is good old fashioned pussy.
And a granny draws. No, I'm good on that.
You're right, but maybe I'm telling my age and I'm wishing for them.
We the same. No, we the same age. But
no, I'm just saying. Well, you're right, but maybe I'm wishing for them good old days where women wore granny panties to bed and a fucked up outfit, but the pussy was clean and it was good. Whereas all this newfangled shit, them musty drawers could walk across the room on their own.
Yo, Lord have mercy.
Forgive me, y'all, if y'all see me that I'm muted. I'm in producer mode, so I was trying to figure out
you do your thing.
I'm muting everybody to see.
That's what's up. Brittany, what's going on, sweetheart?
Hey, what's up? What's up,
Brittany? I definitely want to hear your comments. Loretta Devine, real time talk. Kennard, yes, my brother. I'm being so serious. I can feel her. Okay, Tasha.
Okay, we're gonna be a little bit more serious now. I saw this question and I heard it like on a podcast and I thought it was very interesting. Do you think that there are more good women available than good men, or vice versa? Do you think there's more good men available than good women?
Oh, I love this question.
That's a great question.
I love this question. I don't have to think hard, but I'm a reserve mind, and
I think the narrative that has been spun is that there are more good available women than good available men. But in my opinion, I would say that I think it's equal. I think there's just as good available men as there's good available women, in my opinion.
I think. Oh, go ahead, my bad.
Before you go, Lamar, Tasha, can he get away with that answer?
I will allow it.
If
that's his truth, then
that's my opinion. Yeah.
Brittany says definitely more good women. Okay.
Okay.
No. Tasha said whatever is you speak, however you feel it.
All right. Who's going next?
No. Come on, brother. Come on with it.
To say the truth, in my opinion, I think that there's a lot more good men out there. Now, I'm not saying that it's a disparaging gulf there as far as how many, but the reason why I say that is because I hear a lot of good men now seem like they're confused as to what a woman really wants nowadays.
Right.
So now it looks like they're going overseas. They're looking for something else now.
Right.
So it's like, I think they're out there, but I think they just don't know. They don't have a grasp, or they don't have a feel, or they don't think that what they have to offer is enough for some women in today's time.
Okay. Brittany, she called you Ghost from Power.
You know what?
I knew what she meant when she said it.
I've been trying to figure out who he looked like.
Until she said that, I swear to God, she nailed it. And as
damn
soon as
sure
she
did.
said that, she nailed it. You do look like
I
Ghost.
see it. I see
Damn
it.
sure do. I see
Brittany,
it.
you
God
nailed
dog.
it, sweetheart. He
Like,
fucking looked like
I'm at
Ghost.
Walmart. Somebody has said something like that to me. It's like I'm the great value ghost.
I like it. I like it. Well, keep speaking up. We want to definitely. We can hear you. Brittany said
Yeah.
she didn't hear you, but we heard you,
Okay.
Brother
It's some
Lamar.
feedback. Do y'all hear some?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think it's Ghost. It's Ghost. Wait,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna mute Ghost real quick.
Oh damn, we gonna really be calling you Ghost now.
I
Yeah,
muted
that
Ghost.
was a little feedback from him.
So if I unmute him, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just come back and come back in. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I would have to say this is a tough one. I would have to say guys, depending on what you call good, right?
Okay.
I think
I
there's
like
a
that.
lot of good guys, but it may be a lot of, they may not be good to women because they may be broke. There's a lot of good guys that just haven't gotten to over their hump yet. They're still trying to figure it out, but women may not consider them necessarily cream of the crop, but they are good guys, good intention guys that get with girls that may mistreat them, and then they may turn to not so good guys. Who knows? So I would say guys. I would think there's a whole lot of women that have been done wrong that are no longer good women. They just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do whatever and don't give a damn about these niggas. So I think I'm gonna say guys.
I love your answer. I like your reasons.
I had a conversation with someone yesterday about black guys, particularly. There's like a small handful of black guys, six-figure black guys that are decent guys. I feel like it's like just a small little few.
Okay.
Out there. So women don't have a whole lot to choose from when it comes to black guys.
Right.
If they're looking for a guy with a lot of money, that is a decent
All
guy.
right.
So they end up dealing with the ones that either don't have a lot, hadn't reached their thing yet, or the ones that just fuck niggas that ain't trying to do nothing. So they have a lot of bad experiences, which make it harder for the six-figure guys because they already dealing with ruined women.
Oh wow. I love the question.
That's a valid point.
And I love the point that you're making. Brittany says, I've seen one guy be in a relationship with 3 or 4 different good women simultaneously. So it's like she handed me a gift right
it's
in
a
my
number.
hands.
It's a numbers game at the end of the day. I mean,
women. I ain't even gonna talk
day.
about the numbers game. Right. But the gift she just handed me is when you say there's one guy in a relationship with 3 or 4 different good women. Why are they good then if they're in a relationship with this one guy? In many cases, they know that he has other people. So how good are they? So to answer that question, and I'm going to go to what Brother Lamar talked about, I don't even think it's a money thing, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, full disclosure, I'm a chauvinist down to my bones. But I've said from the very beginning, even at the inception of this show, I think the roles have reversed. I think for a long, long time, men, we weren't shit. We weren't aspiring to be shit. I believe somewhere in there, men wanted relationships. They wanted to be better. They tried to be better. I believe with every fiber of my being, though, that what women say and what their actions do are 2 different things. It's easy to go out there and put out there on a social media platform that you're looking for a good man. And then if we're going to bring money into it, then if that's your measure of good, I have a problem with that. And I'm not going to take it all the way down the rabbit hole, but I firmly believe that even Lamar, the ones that want to be good, it's just easier to be bad and get more pussy because the good guy that strolls into a room with his pants pulled up and he's got a nice outfit on, he's got a nice clean cut, he not getting nowhere. That person's being called a simp, a wimp, and some more shit. But when you sag your pants, you don't comb your hair, you smell like shit, you act like shit, guess what? Pussy is thrown at these guys left and right. I used to go out and dress up and bring myself presentable. You don't get nowhere being that good guy. But I genuinely found out that the worse I treated them, the more receptive they were to me. And so if you asking me, I think the roles have reversed with this new liberation of women. I think we're in the new iteration of women's movement. And I think they're the ones notching the bedpost, grinding, getting it, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I think even when I talk to my fellow men out there, I tell them, if you got somebody that's halfway decent, stay. Because what's out here, they not growing good bitches on trees. And when I say bitch, I mean that affectionately. I love bitches and hoes, and I mean that with so much love. But they not making you bitches and hoes out there as good as you think you are. Everybody ain't no goddamn queen. So that's just my take on it.
Can I just say, there's a decent group of folks watching. There's at least 10 people in here watching that have come through here. If y'all would hit the thumbs up, like button, show a little love. If you want to be blessed by God, go ahead and
thank you. Brittany, I want to make sure you get your point in. I'm acknowledging. I definitely ain't shit, but this is how they love me, baby. They love a man that ain't shit. You think I'm gonna have a decent? What decent woman gonna come to my house anyway, Brittany? I don't have nothing but nasty, filthy, no good bitches come through here, and that's the way they like it.
Okay. Bert, let's get your opinion on this. I don't know if you heard it before we move on to the next question. Do you believe that there are more good women available? Oh, you already answered that, right?
Yeah, I answered it already.
That's right.
You sound good too, bro. You sound clean.
Clean. Thank you.
Before she move on, I just want to say this because if I don't say this point, what does it say that the men on this panel think? We think collectively, it seems like that there's more good men. Something is happening out here that really, really needs to be talked about even more. But as I welcome you ladies' opinion, as you know, thank you, Candace, and you know, I it's time for a decent one.
hey, Hannah. Lee don't want that. Nah, he good with them nasty, filthy, no goods. Nah, Black don't want that.
Right.
He wouldn't even know how to handle that right now.
For the church's chicken and all.
Just
right.
You're honest, clean woman.
Yeah.
No, Lamar, she got to be clean. When I say nasty, I'm talking about her actions. The bitch can't no roach be coming out of pussy. Now let's be clear.
Look,
you and this roach.
Right?
Here we go.
I've never forgotten about that. That's stuck in my head forever.
How can we ever forget that? How can we ever forget that?
Only we can.
Okay, come on, Tasha. What's next for?
So another question along the same lines, specifically to Lamar's point about the, like the monetary part of it. Do you think women should be more accepting of 50-50 relationships in 2022?
Absolutely. I do. I think they should be 100% accepting because, hell, listen. I've been married and divorced. Listen, I'm just saying, you can't trust the motherfucker. You don't know when it's gonna be over. So why am I gonna? I'm gonna pay all bills. My ass can't save, and your ass is living on a high hog and keeping all your goddamn money and putting it in savings that you got control of. Fuck that. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust a dead fly flying backwards. Damn sure don't trust that. Nope.
I'd say.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
Nope. I refuse. So to answer your question, I think they got to be accepted. If I ever get in a relationship or married again,
y'all hear and see his face, right?
Y'all see, Brother Lamar. He ain't playing. He ain't playing.
That came from a place of real shit right there.
You ain't never lie.
That came from going through some shit. And before you answer, Mr. Poston.
Right.
Right.
Mrs. Poston said 50-50. I'm allergic. I'm just gonna tell you. So drink that in now. Drink that in. Terrence, what's going on from New York?
What's up, Terrence?
True statement. I agree. He's agreeing with you, Brother Lamar.
Yeah.
And before you two brothers answer, Brittany says women are the breadwinners nowadays anyway.
That's
beautiful
true.
point.
Still 50-50. Still 50-50. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you make $1 million. Still 50-50.
Woo! He bringing the heat. He bringing the heat.
They dang sure is. Yeah.
Come on,
sure.
Kenny and Bert. What y'all say on this one?
You going first, Kenny?
No, I'm gonna let the newlywed. You the newlywed.
Let's
We're gonna
go.
let you go right now.
Real
Let's
talk.
do it. Yeah.
We had this talk. Me and Hannah had this talk before. I was always of the mindset of 50-50. That's just how the way I was just brought up. That's just how the way I was. You know what I mean? I do understand her mindset. I get where she's coming from as far as the man, but to me, it's always 50-50. Now, I'm not going to say like in times past, Shana has shouldered the load. I'm just being real. You know what I mean? There's times where it fell on one or the other, but I'm still of the mindset, and it's still in flux. You know what I mean? I'm still with the 50-50. And that's just my mindset. But I'm not saying that I'm all the way right or all the way wrong. And I'm not saying she's all the way wrong or all the way right. But at the end of the day, that's just my mindset. And that's just how the way I am for a lot of different reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just think that, we both go in this equal. And I just feel like that's the case. Now, there are going to come points and times where, hey, listen, I might have to shoulder the load, which I have no problem with. There might be some times, hey, no matter what might happen, she might have to shoulder a little bit of the load. You know what I mean? But I think there should be some type of equality there. I don't think one person should carry the whole load more than the other. And that's just how I am. Now, I could change in time, but that's where I'm at right now.
I feel you.
Can I interject real quick?
Please.
I will say this. There have been gals that I've screwed, I've been in a relationship with that I've thought about because they wasn't asking, they weren't trying to put it on me as they expected this no matter what. That I felt something like I would like to take care of this motherfucker.
Right.
And I wouldn't ask her. I would do it out of my own kindness of my heart, and it's my decision. It ain't an expectation.
Right.
Because I felt that way about it. But I feel like it has to be my decision. It has to be my decision. There was something else I wanted, but it slapped my mind. I didn't got a year older.
And you know what? I want to piggyback off of that, Mark. And that's how the way I feel. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like I don't mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially if somebody that you truly love. But I don't feel like it should be forced upon you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a decision. If you're in that what's the word I'm looking for? If you're in that territory where you can do that, then go for it. You know what I'm saying? If you really love that person that much, and it's like they're not really trying to get at you or trying to get you, then fine, so be it. You know what I'm saying? But I said what I say.
I remember what I was going to say now. And with that, if I'm paying everything, there is an expectation that your ass is doing what they did when the man was taking care of everything. Shit, I want you to bust it wide open without complaining and laying on your side and don't want to help put the dick in and act like everything hurt. Fuck that. Grab it, put it in. Let's stop bullshitting. Just because you don't feel like it. Yeah, I don't feel like being on the kids, but I am.
Bravo.
and be excited about it. Put a smile on your fucking face. And cook and take care of the children and clean. I don't expect you none of that shit unless I want to.
And Mar, is that if she's working too?
Now if she's working, I don't expect that. And now I will say if she's working, I don't expect that. If she's working, it's well, you talking about if she's working and I'm paying for everything, she keeping all her goddamn money?
Yeah.
Yes, I am expecting that. Absolutely.
Bingo.
Okay.
Bingo and bravo. Bingo and bravo.
That's it. Hey.
She's choosing that. She's choosing to work.
Bingo and bravo.
And have a leg up to leave whenever she's so pleased, and have all the money and my ass broke because I'm giving it all to the half pay of fucking bills.
This one hit Lamar for real. Hit him for real. See, Lamar, the problem is men nowadays want that plus 50-50.
That's something that do want that plus 50-50.
Kenny had to take a swig before he answered.
I'm fair.
Oh no. You know, I'm soaking in the knowledge from my brothers, man. Me personally, to specifically answer the question in 2022, I would say this. I don't like the 50-50. I think it's 100-100. Every that person should be 100%, and you should be 100%, whatever you bring in. And it's about teamwork makes the dream work, because in 2022, yeah, I think you do have to work as a team, because this ain't 1972. I mean, let's go and keep it real. Women are doing their things. They making a whole lot more money than men. So
Yes, they
in
are.
2022, yeah, I think we both got to bring 100 to 100. Let's work as a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. And then at the end of the day, I think, you have a happy house. So that's my thoughts on that question.
I love it. I love it.
Mm.
I don't disagree with anything you
Yeah.
said. Addie Giles, thank you for popping in. And
What's
I'll
up,
share your
Addie?
thoughts. Says, wow, it's popping now. Even more so with you on. Thanks for blessing us.
Yes.
Hannah said, well, if the woman is the breadwinner, then it better be dick on demand too.
And
She has a
we
point.
ain't got no problem.
It goes
Ain't
both
has a
got no
point.
problem with that. Ain't no man got
She
no
has
problem
a
with
point.
that.
I
Come on,
clean shit. Hell, you paying all the bills. I ain't
Right.
got
If you
business.
clean and doing everything
Ooh.
else, it goes both ways, for real.
Once again, you guys are handing me my platform. Let me start by saying I agree with Brittany that nowadays women, they make as much or more money than men, especially when you're talking about African Americans. And I've been saying this for a long time. They have better houses and apartments than we do. They damn sure drive better cars than we do. The women that I have been around, whether it's been Memphis, New York, or Atlanta, they're industrious, ambitious. A lot of them are working 2, sometimes 3 jobs. This woman who asking us on the couch, when I met her, she's working 3 full-time jobs. They're not lazy. They want things, and I admire that about women. Having said that, now I had to say that to set the tone for how I feel about this. I don't need a woman for anything. Anything. I cook better than most women. I keep a cleaner house than most of you bitches. I can iron, sew, cook, all of those things. I don't need a woman for anything. You might say sex. Again, I can go get me a nasty, filthy, nothing, no good when I need to. And then they got fleshlights. I just don't happen to jack off. That's not my thing. But I can look. So for me, I definitely think it's 50-50. And I love all the things that were said. And I'm going to go back to what you said, Brother Bird. I like the mindset of it. So I'm not talking about the monetary value, because I truly believe there's no true such thing as 50-50. At any given point, somebody's going to be carrying a different level of the load. And then again, some people say if you got it, it ain't tricking or whatever this statement is. So if somebody's rich and you met somebody and they didn't have as much as you, or not even rich, and you want to do it, that's okay. That's the monetary part about it. But I'm talking about the mindset. It has to be 50-50. And I truly believe that's a big part of the problem, is because somewhere in there, the game has gotten twisted to the point that this new, again, iteration of, I think, women's power out here is telling them that men are supposed to, you're not a real man if you don't pay all the bills and blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to say this and end it. Once you do that, this is where I'm riding with my brother Lamont 10,000. Once you make it transactional, okay. Because now then, if I'm going to pay all the bills and carry the weight, he is so right. I don't want to hear that shit about you sleepy, you tired. If I want to beat that pussy when I come home for lunch, crack it open. I want to hear that shit about Tasha always talking about don't wake me up. I wish you will. I wish you would if I'm paying all the bills and stuff like that. Get your ass there and fix me a sandwich, and I'm gonna beat that pussy while you fixing a sandwich. And if I want to watch football and get it in between takes, I want it then too. Because once you make it transactional, that's what it's gonna be.
When you base it on money, that's what it is.
That's what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Our value is money. Y'all's value is ass.
You know. Brittany says,
Lord.
nah, Hannah, this man told me today he is in his 50s, so don't expect a whole lot of dick. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
Hey, well, for you it definitely ain't Brittany, but hey, all 50-year-old men, they put it down. So that's every 50-year-old man ain't like
different
that,
iterations
so.
of 50. He's right. That 50 down there, that brother's in
Yeah.
shape. Look, I live alone because I can only handle at this stage good pussy about twice a week. That's the best I can do for you. Them days of fucking every day, I ain't got that in me. I can save up some days and enough energy to give you a pretty good run at that pussy. But if you're expecting me to be carrying your ass around every night and hoisting your legs up and down, you're not gonna kill me. I got high blood pressure and diabetes and some more shit. I'm not doing that. I got sciatica. Are you kidding me? I'm not doing that shit.
Look, and the women can say what they want to say, 50-50, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. That ain't hurting us. It's still gonna be what
that's true. That's true
straight
too.
up.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, let me share. This has generated a lot of commentary in the background, just so you know. Addie says, okay, then the style and women has a category now. Wow. Hannah says, I don't think a man should pay all the bills, just more than the woman, even if it's just one or two more. That's my opinion. Brittany says, don't go 50-50 and expect to be called head of household or leader of nothing like that, though.
I don't need to be called none of that.
And then Hannah says, shot. 50 can bring a whole lot of dick.
But you know what?
Hey, that's my boy. That's my boy over there, Bert.
That's making the comments. Guess what? When you out there in them streets, who gonna protect you? Who you gonna be relying on? Because you can talk your talk, but guess what? When it's that time come, who gonna man up? We are. We the protectors. So you can say the head of household all you want to. If you want that title, heavy as the head that wear the crown. But at the end of the day, when we step foot out that door, guess what? If a man come at you, who you gonna think you want to stand in front of you to take that shot?
There's a bug in the house, a rat, jaw opened. Need something off the top.
Just saying.
Tasha, you got that. You brought that one. Come on with it.
Okay, so I have kind of a caveat to that. So with the conversation similar to this comes the term submission, right? And how a lot of women have, like if you're gonna go 50-50, how much submission could you really be expecting? Which leads me to my question. Why do you think the word submission offends or is so off-putting to a lot of women now?
Okay.
It depends your definition on what submission is. Everybody has a definition of submission. I don't.
What was the question again?
Along these lines of being 50-50 comes the topic of submission. So the question is, why do you think the word submission offends or is so off-putting to a lot of women now?
Okay, go ahead, Bert. My bad, brother.
Yeah, I think that it's just the fact that you think that you got to be barefoot, pregnant, the whole nine, and you got to do everything that I say. Now, I know in today's time, I know some people like to change that language up and not to use that in a marriage vow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's still 100%. I ain't expecting. I don't want you to be some type of walkover or some type of rug to me or nothing like that. I need you to challenge me. I don't need you to be somebody that I can just walk over and tell you to do whatever, and you just going to jump and then you just say how high. I don't need that in my life. If that's the case, I can get like with Lisa. I get one of these nasty, no good, filthy hoes out here, and they can do that shit for me. God. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It all depends on what you mean by submission, what it means to you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, I just think that on both parts, especially in marriage, men submit somewhat to women too. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that we give up. There's certain things that we won't do. So to make sure that our other is happy, and to make sure that we're not putting them in a bad position. So I mean that word submission, it all depends on what it means to you. But if you know your dude and you know how the way he operates and you know how the way he moves and all that, and he respects you and he treats you like a queen, he treats you like you the crown of his head, then to tell you the truth, you know what I mean? I don't think that. I think it's just semantics. I just think that's just something that was in there. That's just something from the old times, but that doesn't apply to today's time.
Okay.
Women got it going on right now, and I ain't scared to admit that. That's just what it is.
Okay, that's what's up. What's up, brother Charles? What's going on?
What up, Charles?
I think that's bad messaging for the team. For the term submission. I think that churches are led by uneducated old men that just because he said the Lord gave them some whatever, and they call themselves teaching stuff, and they really ain't teaching. They just reading stuff verbatim. That don't make sense. Nobody really got true understanding. So what most people think submission is may not be that. So I think it's a communication issue with people in relationship. You got a nigga that got his pants down to his ass out, standing on the corner trying to sell some weed and making just a few dollars a week, ain't really providing, ain't drive, ain't got no place. He's staying with you, and he coming home. He may be laying pipe in your ass, knocking the bottom out of it, but his ass asking you to submit, and he ain't providing nothing but a wet ass.
Right.
And they get sick of that, so they don't want to hear submission. Right. That's all they get for these niggas they love. And so if there was a true communication between a man and a woman as to how do we submit as a man and as a woman, then it'd probably be a better experience for folks.
Man,
good point.
I totally agree. I totally agree with everything Lamar just said. I think women have a problem with that term because a lot of times they were a trifling ass ninja that ain't bringing nothing to the table but some good, like Lamar said, some good pipe. So most women, a good woman ain't gonna have a problem submitting if this dude is 100 with whatever he's bringing to the table. He ain't got to be a 6-figure cat, but if he 100 and he's doing what he's supposed to do, he's taking care of her mentally, physically, and spiritually, a woman ain't got a problem with being submissive to her man. And then submissive works both ways. Man, you should submit to your wife or whatever as well. I mean, you got to bring that too. So I get what Tasha that question is saying. A lot of these women like, I don't want to be submissive to a dude that ain't bringing nothing to the table. And that don't necessarily mean all financial. It could mean spiritually and mentally as well and emotionally. So I get it.
I love that.
I think that word means respect. They don't niggas that's knocking their ass out. They don't respect. They don't respect them. It's all about respect. If you respect the person you with, you want to do things to make their life easier.
I love
exactly.
There you go.
Yep.
I love that song, and that's where I'm gonna start. But I want to acknowledge a couple of comments. Charles says, "Clip that." He said, "Wet ass." That's all right there. Addie is co-signing. Brothers, right on. Ken. Brittany says, Charles says, a two-way street. Hannah said, great points, gentlemen. I want to go back to a comment because, again, I'm trying to squeeze them all in. I like what Brittany says. She said, I think people think of the word submissive in a traditional sense, which is indeed off-putting. And so for me, well, I want to start kind of there. While I agree with many of the points you brothers made, this is probably why I've never remarried in the truest sense. Because you talked about, the old men in the church, and things like that. I think that's where, for me, the problem happens. I am very traditional. And I think that's what makes me maybe not a good candidate to marry in 2023, almost 2023, is because I'm steeped in tradition. I would not take that out of marriage vows. And I believe the word submission in the traditional sense. I am the head. The decisions come through me. That's the way it has to be for me. And so being married, I do make the final call. Now, that don't mean I'm her boss, I'm her lord and her over. And so we talked about respect. That's the point. When she made me her husband, I earned that respect by being her man, her boyfriend, leading up to that, because she's watched me make good decision after good decision that wasn't just about me, that was about both of us. So going into it, she was willing to stand up and say, I respect this man enough because I know that he's going to look out for our best interest of the marriage. Some of the decisions that I had to make, they didn't necessarily benefit me or her. They benefited the marriage. And the fact that I happen to be a little bit older, a little bit wiser, a little bit more worldly, that is what I bring to the table. I've been out in these streets. So for me, if I ever married again, let's take marriage out of it. If I'm ever in a serious relationship, she has to be submissive to me in the sense that that's what I do bring to the table. Financial, mental, emotional, physical. And I joke about, my physical limitations. I wouldn't go into a serious relationship if I didn't think I could carry my end. And that's why I'm being full disclosure, telling you this is one of the biggest reasons why I've never remarried, because I think What churches have done is they've constantly watered things down to the point that the message was lost.
Yep.
Because even if you're looking to them as our leaders, how can we respect them when they keep moving the goalposts of what God said in terms of a marriage? If we talk in marriage, but even if we talk in relationships, the churches are the biggest culprits of, in my personal opinion, so many atrocities have been done in the name of religion and God and things like that. And that's what's watered it down all the way to where we are now, that when we hear a word like submissive, it's turned into something dirty when God intended it to be a blanket for women, that a man that's earned your respect, that was godly, that made good decisions, would be in the head. Because guess the part we forget about that? He has somebody he has to answer to too. He answers to God. So if you're doing things in a godly way, keeping it funky and real, then he is going to do things for the betterment of the marriage, the relationship, to keep you healthy and whole. And that's why I'm being full disclosure, why that is one of the biggest reasons. You know, I personally have strayed so far from the path, as I talked about in her first question. When I wanted to be good, that's not the dude you wanted. Now, although I don't knock a bitch out, I have choked a few bitches and threw a few up against a wall because that's what they wanted.
Discretion here. The the comments and some of this is not really actual. That really didn't happen. Lee Black did not actually do that. Just for covering.
Yes, I did.
No, Black. No, Black. For legal purposes, no, you didn't. You didn't do it.
Always looking out for you, my brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, I didn't do it. Brittany says, would you pay the bills and fully take care of her needs and wants? I would like to think I answered that. For me, Brittany, I think that sets a bad standard. In the same way, if you have children and you give and give and give and you don't require anything from them, I think you raise children to be entitled. You send them out in this world ill-prepared because the world don't love them like we do, and ain't shit gonna be given to them. And so to me, if I'm gonna put my child, hold him under that standard, why would I hold a woman that's sharing my bed to make her believe that she's so special that what she got between her that snatch is so special that I'm gonna pay all of the bills and she get to go out there? You got me all the way fucked up. No, it doesn't set a good precedent to do it that way. I ain't gonna hold you at a high level of standards because ain't you holding? You expect me to get up and go to work, go out in the cold, the heat, and whatnot. So my thing is, no, I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. And I love you. I love you too. You know.
And
there are plenty of single women.
I co-sign what Black said, and I'm okay with being by myself and making calls when I need to.
You know, thank you, Charles. My opinions and thoughts are not the opinions of TFG.
There you go. That's what I was trying to say, Charles. You got me. Thank you, brother. That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Programming, and
he is right.
Right there.
He is so right. Thank you, brother Charles. Yeah. Tasha, come on with it, baby.
Okay, so I have another one. This one is kind of like Bert. For safety reasons, I don't think you should answer this question. Just for your safety, I don't think you should answer it. But I'm gonna give you the question. Okay. Okay. So, if some studies suggest that 1 in 4 marriages are sexless, do you blame the man if he cheats?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I feel like if you're to the point where you need to cheat, then it's just get out of the situation. I mean, unless you're okay with getting caught and losing everything and it turned into an ugly situation. Now, if you're at a point where you just don't give a fuck no more, then by all means, you don't give a damn about getting caught. There's been times when I got to the point where I didn't give a shit whether I got caught. If I was doing something I was supposed to do, I didn't care. I was done with your ass. I'm sick of you. I don't care. I'm looking for a reason. I'm just too chicken shit to just pull the plug because it changes the whole life whole dynamic of life up. You got to readjust and all that. I wouldn't give a fuck. So, but if you don't want to lose it, then I say just get out of a relationship rather than cheating.
So then I have a follow-up to that.
You know
So I
what,
have a
Tasha?
follow-up.
Let me say this real quick for your follow-up.
Okay.
The interesting thing about that question is
Mhm.
you said 1 in 4 marriages are sexless. Do you blame the man? Why was
Yes.
that? Why is the man blamed?
If he cheats.
If he cheats, do you blame the man if he cheats?
Yeah. She's asking us our opinion. Do we blame the man
if he cheats in a sexless message?
You want to know what we think on this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
I'm
he
thinking
can
on
say,
that one.
He can say if we're gonna start fucking again, or else I'm about to get it from somewhere. Now, if he say that just one time, and you think even if you think he's joking, he's got all legal obligation and ability to go, and he's covered to go fuck whoever he wants because he's already said it. Even if you thought he was bullshit.
Okay.
He was serious.
So this basically is saying that the woman is not having sex with her husband. This is what this question is saying.
It's suggested, some studies do suggest that. Now, that was part of my second question. That was going to be like my follow-up question because it's a couple parts to it. The first one being, okay, if you don't blame the man, do you blame the wife? Also, if you were in this position, how long could you last without having to cheat?
Okay. Well, Kenny, if you're ready to go, you can go. But I just want to make it clear, the moderator, suggests that you stay out of this pool. But
the wife
says you can answer whatever you want to.
Ghost can answer.
And Brittany said he's responsible for his own actions, but she definitely holds some accountability as well. Talking about the man. Okay.
1 month is my answer. We ain't fucking for a month.
Cherry Party, what's up, cuz? He said, if we ain't fucking, we ain't nothing.
Oh my God.
I got a few more comments I'm gonna share.
1 month.
But I want Kenny to answer the question.
Right.
The initial question.
I would say this. No, I don't. I mean, my thing is, but I would say this: get out of it. Don't get stepping out while you still in it, because now you get ready to open up a whole nother can of worms that you ain't really want to deal with down the line. Okay. So if y'all ain't buck tussling and you ain't happy with not getting some, get the hell on, because it's really gonna be easier to deal with it on the front end than the back end. Because guess what? On the back end, you're gonna be dealing with some BS in the court system. So get on out of that shit. That's how I feel about it.
Terrence say no. I do not blame the man if he cheats, and so Kenny. Answer that part. Do you blame the man if he cheats in this instance, or do you blame the woman?
Yeah, I will blame him. I would blame his dumb ass if he does, because guess what? He gonna catch some hell down the line. So I do blame him. Yeah, I do.
Charles answered the part about how long would he stay in a sexless marriage. He said 1 week tops.
Canceled.
Okay.
Canceled.
Charles also says that nope, give up that pussy or I'll find someone that will, but I'll ask my wife what's the problem. Gotta have a conversation.
And I agree with that with Charles. Exactly what he just said. Yep.
Absolutely.
I agree with that. You gotta have a conversation.
And it's hard for me because stepping out. Stepping out would be tough because I'm of the opinion that condom says ain't sex. That's just goosing in my opinion. So I need to get
that Lamarism came through. Y'all heard that? Clip that goosing. Remember that goosing.
I ain't interested. I got to go out and get some ass, and then we got to use condom, and I ain't interested. So I'd rather we figure out what the fuck we doing so I can move on to the next person that I can fuck raw, rather than stepping out with condoms and screwing all these heifers.
I love it. Hannah said, Charles, 1 week, you ain't ish. Okay. Before I answer, Brother Bert,
Hannah must have knew because I was going to answer anyway, but I'm glad she gave me the green light.
That's why I said.
I'm glad she said you got the green light to do it.
Okay.
My thing is this. We got to look at it on both sides of the coin. So you got to have that conversation on why. What's going on? Why aren't we not having sex? And then if there's something going on with that person or whatever, then y'all can have that conversation. Then you come to an understanding of what's going on, and then moving forward, things can be fixed. Now, if things aren't fixed, you know what I'm saying, then I don't think it's worth cheating. And I'm gonna piggyback off what Lamar said, because you're gonna lose everything. You don't have nothing to gain. To tell you the truth, especially if you marry, you have nothing to gain. And then you got to keep up with your lie. You got to make sure that you damn sure ain't bringing nothing back to the crib.
That's the big
and
thing.
It's just too much. And women are the best detective out here known to man. And men be getting caught on simple shit, on bullshit. Like I've seen bulls get caught on things I've never even thought of that would happen. But women are just so intuitive on the bullshit that they just catch you each and every time. So it's not worth it. I just say that, yo, just get out the relationship. If it's not working, if you exhausted all options, you went to counseling, the whole nine, and it's still the shit still ain't popping, then get the fuck out the relationship and call it a day. But to go out there and to do that, it ain't worth it. I'm trying to tell you, it's not worth it whatsoever. Because if you ain't willing, the person that the side joint that you gonna go with, if you ain't willing to step out and be with that person afterwards, then what the fuck are you doing it for? Okay. Because then you won't have to lie to her, and then you want to go back to the number one, because you always gonna be a number two. You gonna go back to the number one, and you gotta lie to the number one to keep up the lie for the number two. It's just too much bullshit that you gotta go through. You might as well just let the number one go and then go ahead on with your life.
Okay, man, strong opinions. I don't disagree with much of it. Huh?
Did you want to answer the other part of that, or did you just want to leave that alone, Bert?
What was the other part again?
The other part was if you were in this situation, how long would you last? How long would you stay without cheating? If you would.
That's the thing. It's not about. I mean, as far as I'm not going to cheat. That's the thing. I'm not going to cheat because I already know the price that you're going to pay. I'm gonna get the fuck out the game. Now, if it goes if you go on 3-4 months and it's not a valid excuse, on why we ain't kicking it, then I'm gonna start thinking I must not be desirable.
Right.
I must not be that dude. Maybe somebody else got your attention or whatever the case might be. Then I gotta gracefully bow out.
That's not what you signed up for. I signed up for pussy and companionship.
I love it. Okay, I'm gonna answer. But Hannah says after a conversation is had, I don't blame either person if they cheat because it's a part of your marriage duty to give up that booty. I agree that is part of the responsibilities, and they need to put that inside the wedding vows, specifically. But let me start by saying the views of Lee Black are not necessarily those shared by TFG and its affiliates.
What's coming?
I am always going to cheat.
Oh, damn. Wow.
That's who I am. I'm never going to be faithful. Having said that, I don't expect her to be either. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I genuinely go into a relationship with the expectation that she could see a stars after I beat that pussy once, and even at the time when I know I was a pussy slayer, I still expected her to do her thing. That's just how I'm built, and how I'm built is I think it's okay for me to get some pussy on the side. Now, listen to what the brothers talked about. We are dumb many times and get caught. So, you have to be smart about it. So I've always operated under 3 simple rules when it comes to being in a relationship, and they haven't changed even now. If you with me, don't bring me nothing. You said something a minute ago, Brother Lamar. You say you expect to fuck without a condom. If we in a deep enough relationship, yeah, I'm raw dogging that pussy. I want to feel every last bit of them walls to make sure ain't no bumps and shit fucking me up.
All them goods.
Now, with that said, if you're doing your stuff out there, make him jimmy up. The pussy I'm fucking on the side, I'm going to jimmy up because I don't want to bring you nothing. But don't bring me nothing. The second part of it is don't get caught. Show me enough respect to be good at it. I know people right now who are serial cheaters and been caught multiple times. Stop it! You're not good at it. Be faithful, goddammit, because you're not good at it.
I'm with you on that.
I happen to be good at cheating, and so I've been successful at it, and for in many cases, because I'm who I am, you can call it cheating, but you know what this is, and that was okay too. And finally, rule number 3, if you must cheat, fuck somebody on my level. At least I can respect you for that. I have a job. I have a nice place. I'm super clean, and I bring a hell of a lot to the table. Now, if I find out that you are out there cheating and his pants is sagging and he don't comb his hair, he smells like shit, he ain't got no job, you pay for the hotel room, I might have to choke the shit out of you and put you to sleep.
Again, these
I said might.
comments.
I said might.
Go ahead,
So
Kenny.
my thing is, I'm okay with cheating. It's just rules to this game, folks. And as far as the sexless marriage, I personally believe there's a lot more sexless marriages out there, more than 1 in 4.
I agree. I think it's more. I think it's more than that
believe
too.
it's more than that. This
Right.
this idea that people fucking around, when you settle into your normal routine, in my personal opinion, a normal, healthy sex life, fucks life, if 2 people are working, and in today's stable relationships, when we talk about you rich or nothing, where parties have to work, shit, you work and gone from the house 10 hours a day, don't have no damn kids, don't have no pets, don't have no damn hobbies. It's only 24 hours in a day. In reality, even in some of the most healthy relationships, good fucking sessions about 2 to 3 times a week. Make them count, folks. Them staying up all night, everything, knock that bitch across her head, tell her to go to sleep, and you go to sleep too. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening in a regular, normal household. It is far less sexual than you would imagine. And so the other part, Tasha, is mute for me. How long would I stay? I personally, right now in 2022, I would marry a bitch. It don't have to be no sex. If she's bringing I married for love the first time. My original wife, sweet little old body on her. She was a virgin, so I was happy to get at that pussy. I enjoyed every last bit of it. You know what I'm saying? And so I did all of that. Been there, done that. Now I can marry somebody knowing that, okay, ain't gonna be no fucking in this marriage. You know, we can do all the other stuff because I'm going to get some pussy from somewhere else, and you can get you some dick from somewhere else. So I'm okay with that. So I could stay.
Wait, so I have a question to follow up with this. So with the friends and the relationships that you all do have, and let's say you have friends that are married or whatever, do you tell them, like, do you hold them accountable when you see them fucking up like that? Do you say, like, don't do that, like, don't cheat on her, she's a good girl? Or do you be like, well, fuck it, you know, you just gonna just get you some pussy?
Not my business.
I do too.
I do,
and I done called out a buddy of mine on some bullshit that he was doing. He may not like it. He may not liked it, but my thing is, if I ain't your real dog, if I don't really give a shit about you, I don't give a shit what you do. But
that's the way I was going.
If I know that you my dude and I know you got a good woman,
that's
like,
the point, Tasha.
Do not fuck that shit up because it ain't nothing out here.
That's the point. And so before Bird answered, that's the point.
That's me.
That
that's
if
me.
I've
always
you
been like
and
that.
I respect you as a couple, or especially if I believe you got a good woman, Bert couldn't cheat in my presence.
Yeah.
No, I don't even want to know about it. If you do it,
without catching some heat from me as an older big brother type, because I would be the first to say, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Because I love him, I respect him, and I respect his wife. But now, Kenny's right. If it's an old trifling ass couple, and you know you can look and see that's how they get down, hey, you know, I might fuck her too.
And I don't give it. For me, I don't give a shit unless it affects me, my bottom line, my business, my life. I don't give a shit. Ain't my business. I don't give a Charles. I gave him a life. It probably affected my business.
Wow.
I got
boy.
Damn.
That's his boy.
It don't affect my business. I can give a shit. I don't, because I don't know who she really is.
Okay.
At home, I don't know how she probably a motherfucker at home. I don't know what y'all interaction is at the house.
Now, my answer to this would be, and I'm leaning on the side of Kenny and of Black. Like, if you my dog, I'm just gonna let you know. Now, I do understand what Mara's saying, because you might not know the one, but if I know her like that,
right,
I'm gonna check you. Now, whatever you do after that, because I'm gonna let you know the pros and cons. Like, yo, like this shit ain't gonna go right. It never goes right. So I'm gonna check you on it. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna do what you're gonna do, then you're gonna do what you're gonna do. But I'm damn sure gonna say something too.
You gotta say
now,
something.
If I don't know the woman like that, I'm out this shit. Like,
hands off. Yep.
Exactly.
I don't know. Look, that's on you, bro.
So it really, I think it comes down to believing that the person he has a good woman, and you give a fuck about him. Right. And so when those situations, I talked about this before, I think that's where men have a higher level of loyalty, because we do give a fuck. And I think in many cases, ladies gonna hate me for saying this, I think it's the exact opposite. I think anyway, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. We over a little bit about 10. We over a little bit. Let's take one more question. Let's say, what I was about to say, I was gonna get killed, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
Well, hell, you just said, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, please.
Your ass been loose already, loose and goosey.
I just wanted to add real quick that if they come and ask me for advice, that's different. I will give them honest advice to do, but if they not, I ain't.
Right.
I feel you. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Well, and before you answer this last question, Tasha, this brings some context why with Lamar, what Charles said, they weren't good anyway, so he's thinking out loud. So no wonder he didn't say nothing. Charles, the bitch was good.
I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? Okay, all right, Charles. You know what? I'm okay. We gonna leave that one alone.
Tasha, hit us with one last one.
That's what I was looking just for one last one. But I do have a question though, just like along the lines of this conversation.
We on your couch.
I have a question. Is there a difference, like if a man goes out, meet a woman, a woman approaches him, maybe you meet a woman or whatever. Is there a difference when a man answers, if she asks, like, are you married? Is there a difference if he says, sorry, I'm married, or no, I'm married? Is there a difference with his intent?
I don't think so.
If a guy says, is there a difference if he was to say, sorry, I'm married?
As opposed to, no, I'm married.
Oh, I get what you. I kind
of get what you're
saying.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Because what the way he answers is kind of can leave it open ended.
I get what you're saying.
So is he saying like sorry, like damn, if I was a bitch, I'd be honest, or is it like I'm trying to be polite,
I'm gonna be honest with you, Tasha. Yeah, it is a difference if he answers it that way. If he answers it, sorry, I'm married. Yeah, that motherfucker be like, yo, if I wasn't, I would be up on your fucking ass for sure. It would be on and popping if he said, sorry, I'm married. Now, if you say no, I'm married, he's like, yo. No, I can't. I'm not rocking that way. I'm with my baby. So you right. Ooh, y'all women sneaky. Ooh, that's some sneaky shit right there.
See, I disagree. I think it depends on how you talk. I say sorry all the time. Like if I don't hear what somebody say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What'd you say? I just say
that
ain't
the question. No, that ain't what we talking about. That ain't what we talking about. No,
the woman expresses an interest in you, and imagine a woman just like, yo, so what's up? Shit, you trying to do this or what? Would you say, oh, sorry, I'm married, or no, I'm married?
I would, because I feel bad rejecting folks. I want to put a sorry buffer in there to soften it. I don't want to be rude. No, I'm married. No, that's kind of rude to me.
Okay.
I get where Tasha's going with that, because that really
I did too.
Yeah. I was kind of leaning to like the way Ball was talking about, because I was like, damn, you trying to let her down easy and you're not trying to be mean. Right. But yeah, it's more defiant when you say, no, I'm married.
Slippery slope.
If you say, sorry, I'm married, it's kind of, it leaves the door open a little bit. Like, damn, if he wasn't married, he'd be getting at you.
You could get
so
this.
It's a play on words, because in our heads, we might be saying like, damn, like, I don't want to hurt her feeling. Sorry, I'm married. But I can see how it could be taken like, well, damn, like, so what you saying? Like, if you wasn't, you want to get with me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you guys,
Here's why
it kind of leaves the door open if you say, sorry, I'm married. But it's all about interpretation. It's all interpretation.
And reception.
And that's the thing. Right. But I see Tasha shaking her head, and I'm so glad you asked that question. I never would have thought about that it even mattered. To be honest with you, because like Lamar, I would have thought it's pretty damn rude to say no, I'm married. Right. You know, I'm with Lamar in that. I wasn't thinking about it in terms of leaving the door open, but just if anything, I would be, even if I was happy, I was gonna be like, oh wow, sorry, sweetheart, I'm married. But you know what you just told me with that question? How sometimes men, we get ourselves in trouble when we ain't even fucking trying, because your brain is working on a whole nother level with it.
Right.
Yeah. When you I'm sorry, Lamar, even when you approach a woman and think about it, if she says, no, I have a boyfriend, I'm good, or I'm sorry, no, I got a man. Think about it like that too, because it goes both ways.
Well, it lets me know that the woman that's asking, that's approaching, is probably thinking like women are thinking that, oh, he said sorry, so oh wait a minute, he's regretful that he's in a relationship, and
exactly. Interpretation. There you go. Interpretation.
We don't even see it that way.
Tasha, what would you say if I said sorry? No, how would you take it?
You sorry? That's what I would say. You sorry you married? Wow. That's what I would. That's what I would do.
Exactly. Yep.
Wow.
Wow. See. I didn't even know that. I was more on the side with Mara, like, look, I'm sorry I'm married, but I didn't think it would go that far. You know,
I would not have thought that. You know,
I did when she put the question out. I already knew. I was like, okay, that's two different ways of asking that question.
Hurt her feelings.
Exactly. Hurt her feelings.
Sorry, my ass.
Straight up, yep.
Hey man, that's you, sweetheart. Terrence says, I don't think there's any difference. Women read too much into everything. Either way, you still turning a woman down. Ooh. I agree, Terrence. That's
to a certain extent, but they read more into.
That's what we're learning, that
right.
They're seeing a whole nother thing, and
and
she's right. She's
but again, it's still interpretation, because we're thinking one way, like, look, sorry, Mom, but no, I'm married. Right, and then y'all like, oh well, what you saying? And we thinking our head like, yo, I just turned it down. Like, I'm straight.
Right. Check this out. Think about going to you and your wife are real active in terms of going out to dinners and stuff. So think about walking. It don't have to be that question then, Tasha. Because you walk in and how many times men have gotten in trouble where the woman smile, or you do just a common polite thing, hold a table or something, and you that's all it was. You walked on. Now your woman, her face all twisted up and she mad and shit, and you don't even know what the fuck you done.
Right. Don't be speaking of that
bitch. Right. Like, hold on for that
bitch. Exactly. That's crazy. Hannah, so what the fuck you apologizing for? You off
the See?
That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Tasha, give us one more. It's 9:18. I'm literally letting it take us to 9:30.
All right. This one should be pretty fun, pretty simple. Outside of hygiene, Freddie, outside of hygiene, what's the pettiest reason you would not or have not had sex with a woman for?
What's the pettiest?
The pettiest reason.
Oh, I'm about to go to the boomerang. I think you know where I'm going. If your feet ain't right.
Really?
Yeah, look. That's me. I'm
okay.
That's me. That's super petty, but I'm a foot guy. Feet gotta be right.
Your wife,
your wife know you well. Your wife know you well, Ghost. She already said it.
She already co-signed. I can't fuck with you if your feet look like your hands. I'm gonna reiterate.
Damn. Charles say bad teeth.
Ooh, okay. That too.
That's. I'm still thinking, fellas. What you say?
I'm thinking too.
I got to go back to you. Playing too goddamn hard to get. That whole analogy I used earlier about when you got an agreement. That's, for instance, you talk to a heifer on the phone. You got an agreement.
But you got to be a heifer.
And he being nice.
You coming over to the house so you can snap the dugout, right? You get to the goddamn house and you want to watch a fucking movie. After you watch a movie, you want to eat. Then you want to watch fucking TV. I'm like, what the fuck? What we doing? We got friends. What the fuck are we doing? Can we get to it? That can turn me off, but I'll be like, all right, I don't want nothing no more.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that. Kenny?
Oh man, let me continue. I'm trying to figure out the pettiest because I can be petty. I've been Petty Jackson a whole bunch of times.
I love Coco.
If your draw game was not on point, if you wearing some old whack ass draws, no, it ain't happening.
Wait a minute. You have to expound and define whack ass draws. What do you mean? Big draws or just
I'm talking about big draws? You on your big draws, minstrel draws, your period draws, polka dot draws. They pull up to your stomach, all up to your goddamn breast. No, it ain't even going down. You look like you wear a goddamn jock strap. Your damn breasts in your goddamn drawers. Yeah, nah, it ain't even going down. Okay, all right, I'm done.
Okay.
Damn, they killing themselves over the granny panties and the heifer. y'all two went old school like a motherfucker.
Right.
Really, feet is old school black.
Hell, feet. That made me think the Boomerang movie.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Bert, I don't give a damn what her feet look like.
That's just something with me, bro.
I feel you, Fonda.
I don't give a damn about that either because I ain't licking them. But the granny draws, oh hell no. Okay, anyway, I'm done.
Tasha, you hurt me with this one because everything that was coming through my head, I was associating with hygiene.
I know.
And so this was really a hard question because I fuck, you know, I don't know if what I could. The closest thing would be to what is what Lamar said, because if it ain't hygiene, I pretty much would give you some dick. If you fat, thick, thin, little hair, no teeth, you know, then it doesn't matter. You know, fucked up feet, one leg, no leg. I don't really give a fuck. You know, it really didn't matter if you was clean. But Lamar brought up a good point. I think you can talk yourself out of dick with me.
Yep, Terrence said it too. Loud ass mouth too. That attitude.
You know, oh my God. And there's a difference between, I like a little bit of ghetto. You can't go overboard being ghetto.
Right.
So that is also a major turnoff. The ghetto I like is the hoe that drink out of a bottle. That shit turns me on. I absolutely love that. Now, the ghetto I don't like, the real loud talking in public and shit, the long fingernails, and this new look. Okay, if you want to say petty, these big tarantula eyebrows that these bitches just wearing, you know, that shit is a total turn off. If you spending that much time decorating your eyes, you ain't doing nothing to your pussy.
Looking
so
like
that's going to turn me off, you know, in of itself. But I guess if those are little things, but just the talking too much too, under Lamar's situation, that if you know it, when you come and fuck, don't come visit me after 10 o'clock and be thinking we're going to be doing no talking.
Yeah.
Talk to me before 10. We can have a good conversation. By the time you get in here, you on the clock. I got to go to bed because I got to get your ass up out of here so I can change sheets or at least the cover that you've been under your knees and shit. So I could throw it in the corner or something, you know, and clean myself up and then go to bed, you know. So I don't know if that helps.
You stepping out your drawers, your panty drawers as you come through this goddamn door. I am not in conversation.
Welcome to the show. Love Coco, Hood. Thank you.
Make sure you
can be
subscribe.
hood, but not
Make sure.
ratchet.
Oh, love Coco. We hadn't seen her before.
Black.
Make
Are
sure
they gonna be on the couch?
Show.
Couch
If
or bed?
it's a nasty no good, I keep a filthy blanket kind of hanging out because that's where they're gonna be on their knees. Now, I don't lay on it. I mean, they're gonna lay their back and ass on it, but I'm not gonna lay my back and ass on it. I watch it every couple of months. Don't get me wrong. But if you decent enough to make it to the bedroom, meaning that I'm talking about that head game is superb. Cause I'm a fat man. I like to move over a little bit where she can be on the side so I can finger that pussy a little bit while she do it. Now, if you make it to that part, then it's good. Then I have to get you about here by 3 o'clock because I got to wash my sheets. I like sleeping alone. None of that snuggling, all that shit. And I will bring you a washcloth, but I don't need your musty ass in my bathroom, leaving germs around my sink and stuff. So, I'm just saying.
And embarrassing me in public. That could I don't even want to go down.
So there's rules to this thing.
Don't embarrass me. I don't like
there's rules to this game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have exhausted our time. We have, in case you don't know, we have been on the couch with Tasha. I think she has asked some questions that clearly other women probably wanted to know. Tasha, fantastic job.
Yes,
don't forget the churches and E&J.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Y'all ain't gonna talk bad about my church's chicken now. Church's chicken have done good right there. I gotta tell you. Oh my God! Look, this has been a fantastic show. Made even better by the presence of Mr. TFG himself.
Appreciate y'all.
If we have had a nice audience watching, please box subscribing to this show. Subscribe to TFG, the channel, and you get all of these shows.
Right.
This is just one of many, and the content is just like this. It is laughing entertainment purposes. Now, my views are really my views. If you tune in, this is what you're going to get with us. But I promise you get so much more by subscribing to TFG TV because as this man could tell you, you name it. We got religious shows. We got political shows. We got commentary from the brothers, from the sisters. We give it to you any way you like it. So please subscribe to TFG TV, in the interest of time. I will let my brother man Kenny, who's the silver vocal stylist of Mr. Kenny, tell you where you can find us specific times and hours. But if you don't remember nothing else, that man sitting in the middle right there, get on the bandwagon. Brother Kenny, tell us where they can find us.
Man, it was a fucking great show, man. I enjoyed it. I hope everybody that was in the comment section enjoyed it. But you can make sure you join Real Talk for Real Men on TFG Ratchet, TFG Uncut with the hosts Tasha and Lee Black on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesdays, you can catch them at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central. And then on Saturdays, you can catch them at 7 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. They're going to give you the topics. They're going to give you something to talk about, and we have a good time. But make sure you subscribe to these channels. Go to TFG Ratchet, TFG Uncut, Real Talk for Real Men. Make sure you go to that and check that out. Now, on Monday nights, you can check out TFG Tonight with the host, Brent Haynes, myself, Lee Black, Devin Devine. We talking about the trending topics. We talking about entertainment, sports, whatever's going on. You can catch us at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central on TFG Tonight YouTube channel. Make sure you do that. Check that out, man. We gonna have a good time. Lee Black gonna be still acting the fool. Believe me, he gonna be talking crazy. Devin Devine gonna be, she brings it. Y'all got to come check that show out. So come check us out on the TFG Tonight YouTube channel. Now on Tuesday nights, TFG Sports Media, you can come catch your boy, the sports guy, Kendrick. Check me out Tuesday nights, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 p.m. Central, giving you sports straight with no chaser. Come check me out. And since we got my guy, the Barry Gordy of this ship, Lamar Falk, I can let him tell you where you can catch him because he got it going on. Lamar, tell them where they can come and check you out.
I'm gonna give it. Then I'm sorry, but I'm gonna jump off as soon as I say it because somebody I need to let in the gate.
That's what's up.
Come on, brother. Come on.
You're waiting for about 4 minutes. All right. I'm the Real Estate Insider. You can find me on the Real Estate Insider on YouTube, particularly on YouTube, also on Facebook. We look at celebrity houses. We also have real estate entertainment news. We have Texas Real Estate Insider and Sports Mansion, all real estate channels. If you want to hear me talk like I talk tonight and how these gentlemen and ladies talk tonight, Lamb Levity, we do the very same thing over there. Not as I don't even know if it's as entertaining as you don't get black over there. So
wow.
Black is a special kind. I love it. And so you miss that out on that over there. So make sure you subscribe over here at TFG Uncut and also Real Talk for Real Men, but also go check out Lamb Levity and Real Estate Insider. That's all I got.
Thank you. Bless you, my brother.
And he was modest. He goes live. He goes live on Fridays and Sundays.
Knock it out the park, partner.
He goes live.
Right.
Put that R. Kelly on and handle your business.
Friday night, Sunday night.
Y'all make sure y'all. There you go. Make sure y'all check him out. He goes live.
Peace out, my brother. Love you.
Yes, sir.
If you watch his channel, you might win some money. So y'all make sure y'all come subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. Come on. So anyway, I'm done. All right, back to you, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. And I just want to end it by thanking the viewers who popped in tonight. From our regulars, Hannah, we miss you, sweetheart. Brittany, thank you for popping in. As always, your presence. She's a producer. That's a bad woman there. Yes. Mad respect to her. So she blessed us with the presence as well. Appreciate you. Mary A, coming late to the party, but appreciate you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And, again, I have other family members, Terrence, Coco. We got to get you back in this chair, Coco, to do this, to tell us what the stars say for us in 2023. So appreciate Terrence and Jenny from the block and just, Charles, I made a mistake. The invitation was intended for you as well. I'm sorry, my brother, that the signals got switched, but I said any man could have come on. So I'm sorry the signals, because you are welcome. Look, so let me be clear. You have a welcome seat on this show anytime. You don't need an invitation. Charles, anytime you want to come on, you fam partner, come on over there. Addie Giles, I appreciate you just guys popping in. So I want to thank everybody for popping in. It makes the show phenomenally easy to do when you guys pop in and be a part of it, because that's what keeps it alive and active. And then I want to say, take this all in stride as entertainment. Even though some of the shit that come out of my mouth is true to who I am, don't be offended. Charge it to my head, not to my heart, because I do not mean anybody any harm. I love people. I don't mean no harm. I just happen to love drinking and pussy, and so that comes out in a very strange way, So anyway, yes, we definitely need to do a part 2. Tasha's got more in the holster, and so we will definitely do this again down the road. We got things planned for you guys as the holidays is coming on. Trust and believe. So for Tasha, myself,
hold on, Black.
Okay,
I want to say this. I want to say this for the men. I want a women all panel. As a man, I want to sit back and I want to be able to ask women questions. I mean, we on the hot seat. I really want to know from a women's perspective. We need to do a show about that?
You know me, that's the other part. When you guys, anybody have good show ideas, put them out there and I will make it happen. So I tell you what, right here on the air live, I will put together a female panel and we will put them on the couch.
That's what I want.
Absolutely.
I definitely want to.
Lastly,
I want.
This one came from Sister Devin on Monday. I am going to do a show on what has happened to young Black men. Who is responsible? Is it absentee fathers? Is it the church? Is it social media? I want to have a serious open dialogue, and that's going to be a hot one. So look out. We constantly planning new things to kind of keep it going over here. And so that's what's up. So with that said, everybody enjoy the rest of your week. We on the other side of it. Thank you for popping in and have a little fun with us tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we will see you on the other side. Always keep it real and be good to each other out there. Life is too short not to laugh and enjoy.
All right. Peace out.
You.